Hi guys, it's Chris James from Web Catalyst here, and in this section we're going to talk about creating your recipe book and creating a Google account. We need a Google account because it's the way I recommend that you store your recipe and all your ingredients. Now, what the hell do I mean a recipe book? If you're new to the web, if this is the first website you're going to build or have ever had built for you, you probably won't have experienced this. But if you're an existing business that's had a website or two before, and especially if you've changed from one web design agency to another, you may have come across this nightmare scenario where no one seems to know what's going on. You know, your domain name's registered somewhere, but no one seems to know where. No one knows the login details to be able to change the domain name settings. No one seems to know where the website's hosted or what the details are to log into the server and all the rest of it. So Web Catalyst is all about you taking control of this so that you're not reliant on third parties. You can use third parties if you want, but you will just give them a bit of access to be able to do the job for you, whatever it happens to be, and then you'll take control back. And even then, you might not need any third parties because the Web Catalyst system, the training, is going to teach you everything you need to know. But if you want something specialist, then you can have a third party do something for you. But this recipe book will be a centralized place where everything is stored. So things like your login details for where you registered your domain name, login details for your hosting provider, for the servers and all that kind of stuff. You don't need to know technically what it means, you just need to know the usernames and the passwords, and you need a centralized place to store them so that you've got easy access to them if you ever need them. So domain name settings, we're going to change a few domain name settings as we go along, and we just need to log or write down somewhere what those settings are if we ever need them in the future. It's best to know them than to not know them. You might never use the information in your recipe book once you've written it down, but again, it's far better to have it for those unpredictable times when you just, oh, if I'd have just written those details down, right? And so it's just a quick and easy thing we can do, and it will make our lives 10 times easier in the future. And hosting details. When you build the site on the platform that I'm going to recommend and show you, walk you through, you can have all kinds of add-ons and plugins for your website, and in order to install those, you might need to put your hosting details into a couple of boxes so that that can be downloaded to your website. And we don't want to be scrambling around for those bits of information. We don't really want to be asking third parties. We don't want to be, say, contacting customer service at the hosting company and then waiting for them to get back to us. You know, we've got a business, we want to get on with it, right? So we don't want to be waiting for third parties to get back to us unless it's absolutely necessary. So again, this is what the recipe book is for. It's a centralized place that we've got all the information that we need so that only on a very rare occasions do we need to ask anybody else for help. That's what Web Catalyst is about. It's not just about saving money in actual cash, it's also about saving time. Because as soon as you involve a third party and have to wait for them to get back to you, that costs you time, and time is money. So we want to save time and we want to save money, and the recipe book is going to help us do that, and a few other things as well. That's all for this section, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and on to the next one.